So I have been listening. I've been seeing everybody's request for a harmonica lesson on Broken Windows Serenade. And I decided to finally do one. But I want to preface by saying a few things. One, I'm not a great teacher. I never have been. I've tried to teach guys how to do certain things, and I'm not very articulate in that department. Two, don't get hung up on strum patterns and timing if you're just by yourself. If you run a solo act somewhere, you don't need to worry about the tempo. You make the tempo what you want it to be, especially in a live setting. And that transfers over to the harmonica. Not everything has to be precision. This is music. It can be a little all over the place at times, and that's okay. The chords we're going to be using in this song is C add 9 and E minor. And I won't go into a whole bunch of detail on what those are because there's videos everywhere showing you those chords. We're going to use a C harmonica. I know a few people have asked me if they can use a blues harmonica. I don't know. This one I got in a set. It's just like a blues band. It's just about like the ones they have at the counter at Guitar Center. And there's nothing special about it. And to be honest, I think any C harmonica should work as long as it's, is it chromatic or, I don't know. Just any C harmonica will work. And we'll jump right into it and try to make a coherent video on how to play the harmonica for this song. So we'll start out with that C add 9. And I like to hammer on with my index finger onto the 2nd fret of the D string. We're going to play through this twice. And that's when your harmonica is going to kick in there, and you're going to live on the 4th hole. If you don't know what I'm talking about, on each harmonica, at least the one I have, and pretty much every harmonica I've ever seen has 10 holes in it, and they're labeled. And a lot of your blues guys will use that 4th hole, and there's going to be a lot of bends in there, especially with the G harmonica. You'll really notice it, and that's what they're doing in this song. Is they're going to use that 4th hole and bend. What you want to do is really exhale as much as you can, because you're going to have to inhale for a good while before you breathe back out again. And that's something I learned along the way. What you're going to do is you're going to start in that 4th hole. And you're going to do a short blow there. Right there, what I'm doing is I'm on the same 4th hole. I'm on the 4th hole there, and I'm going to suck back in. Go slow, steady and slow. And I like to push my tongue down, and that'll give you that bend. That's how they're getting that bend there. And you're going to do that for a few times. So we're on that E minor. That's where we start with that short blow. You're going to take in, and right before you bend, that's when you switch back to that C add 9. That's where we're going to get a good blow. But you're going to slide down from your 4th hole to your 3rd right there. Excuse me. And it's going to be that same thing. It's very simple. It just takes some work to get those bends right, to get the bends in that harmonica are very difficult to get, and it takes a lot of practice. That's the majority of, that's the hardest part of this song, is just playing it enough to get your bends right. And by the time you played it that much, you won't like the song anymore if you're anything like me. So one more time, we'll do that E minor. We're going to start with a short blow on the 4th hole. And then we're going to take back in. We're going to suck back in, and right before you hit that bend, you switch back to that C at 9. 2, 3. And also, if you're anything like me, you learn by ear. And if I could tell you it's a C harmonica, and you grab a C, and I slow it down, and you can play it by ear until you figure out where I'm at. So we're going to slow it down once. At least we're going to attempt to slow it down. And I'm going to play through one time really slow, just for you people who like to learn by ear. So that's pretty much it. It's a simple song to learn how to play. I am going to impart some wisdom that I've learned over the past few years about harmonica. Never blow or draw too hard. Draw is what sucking in on the harmonica is called. You'll hear somebody say draw 5. That means you're going to suck in on the 5th hole. The blow is a blow. Never use too much air at one time. You'll run out of lungs real quick, and it's not a good place to be. And following that, never draw on lungs full of air. Never blow on lungs with no air. It's a simple concept, but it's a mistake that I've seen a lot of people make, and one that I've made myself. And knowing those things going into it just makes you a better player, and it'll take out some of them hiccups that you'll face along the way. Weirdly enough, I feel like I should go over this. Never use your whole mouth on the harmonica if you have no experience. You might try. Oddly enough, you need to pucker up like you're kissing the harmonica to hit one hole at a time. This is what I mean. Instead of this, one hole, you're puckered up on one hole. You get, and that's something else I've seen a lot of people do. Players that have been playing for years, and they still mess up and do that. So some simple rookie mistakes that aren't so rookie, and it can, if you're playing a show, it can ruin a song. And I believe that's it. Like I said, I'm not a great teacher. If any of you felt like you were cheated in this video, let me know, and I'll try to see what I can do. If I can do any better at the tutorial or lesson or whatever you want to call it. But go practice, 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 practice. The bends are the hardest thing to get, and you will work on those for a while just to get it right. And if you're anything like me, once you get the bends right, you've played it so much you don't like the song anymore. And that's just not a good place to be either. Yeah, I think that's it. Just if you think you got cheated, let me know and I'll see if I can try to help in some way. But just go practice it. That's what's going to help you the most is practice, practice, practice. Harmonica's a relatively easy instrument to learn how to play, but it takes a while to master it. So practice, practice, practice. I cannot say that enough. But y'all go out there and practice and let me know if it helped you out at all.